what AI allows us to do, and I'm going to group in that fintech tools, although I know, language learning models probably a little different, but
yeah,
I think what all this has let us do is where, to go back to the start of our conversation, I would be like, okay, here's your IRA and here's your asset allocation.
Yeah.
And let's get you set up for the short term.
Yeah.
Right? The short term.
Yeah.
So we'd invest for that short term. And it took so much time to just do the short term. And I think what fintech and AI has let us do is now your team can think, okay, generationally, where's your wealth today?
Mm-hmm.
Where is your family headed? And where can we kind of plan 10, 20 years out and generational wealth and transferring the wealth and making sure that your goals and values are being met and you're being heard and your kids are in that process when they're adults and that whole conversation. I think the idea of generational wealth planning, we wouldn't be able to do it without giant long-term teams or the tools we have today. It's kind of where I've landed.
Absolutely. I mean, having that vision and helping clients see that vision, or helping them imagine that vision themselves through the tools we use. I mean, one tool that we use all the time and have been for a long time is eMoney.
Oh, yeah.
And it's amazing because you can get all their information.
Sure.
They go to one spot, they can see everything, but eMoney has the tools to show them what their financial life looks like 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, what things look like if they pass on their money to the next generation.
And it's also seamless.
Yeah.
In a good way, right?
Yeah.
So then it lets your team focus on what's important to mom and what's important to dad and what's important to the adult kids.
Yeah.
And then they're not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, because you build relationships. I mean, I have relationships where I have the parents as clients, the grandparents as clients, the kids, and now we're setting up 529 plans for the grandkids.
So you've got
That's 4 generations.
4 generations and all that kind of coming together with tools that you're using.
And to your point earlier, like, is the advisor dead? You asked that, right? Is the financial
That's
planner
where I
dead?
started.
And I was thinking about that as you were talking, but the reason that the financial advisor is not dead is because things are getting more complex, even with AI tools.
Oh, sure.
But the reason that clients come to us more often than not is because they just want one person to talk to that can help oversee everything and simplify their life.
Sure.
Right? Even though it's going to be complex, because the more money you have, the more complex your life is typically,
generally,
unfortunately. But they don't want to go out and ask the AI tools what to do and figure out if that's the right advice. They're okay with us doing it because it makes our lives easier. But having that one team to talk to is really, I think, the huge value add to be able to provide that smart advice.
Well, and I think also having the team as sort of the intermediary between tools and action.
Yeah.
Right. The execution of advice happens with your team.
Mm-hmm.
The taking what could be 1,000 possibilities and picking one happens with your team and with them.
Making the decision.
But, at the end of the day, you're able to access more, deeper, quicker, but you're still the expert in the head of that.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think to some extent, I could, the analogy I've heard a lot, well, just to use financial planning, right? I could look at ChatGPT today, they're open source, right? And I could put some facts about myself, maybe change my name, birthday a little bit, but I could put some facts about myself and I could say when I want to retire, and I could say, well, what should I be invested in, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to come back and it's going to say, I'm not an investment advisor, but, and it's going to give me some securities that would create a balanced portfolio. And based on whatever risk information I give it, it's going to skew it one way or another. But am I confident that that's the right thing, or do I want to talk to an expert first?
And do you want to take the time to implement
it? Do I want to take the time to implement
track it?
Do I want to go to the expert? Do I believe it? And I think we're still at a point, like with a little bit of WebMD, where, if I have a cough, I can like give the symptoms of my cough, and it can be like, you probably have pneumonia, you have allergies, but I want a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to just be like, well, it's allergies, it is, right? That's not what I want to do. So I think we're there with finance, with personal finance. Yes, ChatGPT can help anyone budget. It's a great tool for that. Yeah, it can give you some baseline investment decisions. But at some point, I think, especially people with more wealth, really want an expert.
They want an expert. They want somebody to talk to. They want a therapist at times. They want somebody to implement that advice. They want somebody to talk to their kids, all that.
So that's where I think the advising moves.